Every once in a while, a life-changing lesson arrives without warning. No thunder, no drama. Just a simple moment that opens your eyes forever. This story begins on a quiet morning in a sunlit university hallway where three lives were about to shift. Students drifted into the lecture hall, settling into their usual seats. Among them was Maya Santos. Tired eyes, heavy backpack, a mind racing with responsibilities she could barely hold. Beside her was Jamal Parker, playful, warm, always trying to lift her mood with a joke, even on the hardest days. Then the door opened. Professor Arian Keller stepped into the room, calm, steady, gentle in the way people become after a lifetime of learning what truly matters. In his hands, he carried a large, empty glass jar. He placed it softly on the desk and said, "Today's lesson is simple, and maybe the most important one you'll ever hear." Without another word, he picked up several large stones and placed them into the jar. 1, 2, 3, until the jar looked completely full. He paused, then asked, "Is it full?" Most students nodded. Even Jamal whispered, "Looks full to me." But the professor only smiled. He poured small pebbles into the jar. They poured down between the stones, filling the empty spaces that no one noticed before. "Is it full now?" he asked. The room quieted. Some nodded, others hesitated. And Maya. She didn't answer. Her thoughts were already heavy with deadlines, bills, family responsibilities, and the feeling that she was always running out of time. Her jar felt full long before this lesson even began. Then came the sand. The professor let it fall like a golden stream. It slipped between stones and pebbles, filling every remaining gap until there was no space left for anything else. Now the jar looked impossibly full. But he wasn't finished. From behind the desk, he lifted a cup of steaming coffee. He poured it gently into the jar. The coffee flowed effortlessly through the sand and settled at the bottom. The class erupted in soft laughter. Then the professor spoke. "This jar is your life. The stones are the big things. Your health, your relationships, your purpose, your dreams. If everything else was taken away, but you still had these, your life would still be full. The pebbles are the other things that matter. Your job, your home, your responsibilities. And the sand. The sand is everything else. The distractions, the noise, the worries that drain your days without giving anything back." The room fell into a thoughtful silence. Maya felt something shift inside her. For years, she had been drowning in sand, doing everything for everyone, leaving no space for the things she cared about most. For the first time, she wondered if she had been living out of order, giving all her time to the small things while her real dreams waited outside the jar. The professor continued, "If you pour the sand in first, nothing meaningful will ever fit." Jamal raised his hand with a playful grin. "Professor, what's the coffee for?" The class laughed again, but the professor smiled warmly as he answered, "It means that no matter how full your life seems, there is always room to share a cup of coffee with a friend." Jamal looked over at Maya, but this time the joke faded into something real. He understood. His jar was full too, full of distractions, noise, procrastination, and none of the things he said he wanted for his future. When the class ended, students packed their bags and left. But Maya stayed behind, quietly gathering her things. Professor Keller noticed. He walked toward her gently and said, "You're carrying too much sand, Maya." She looked up, surprised. "How did you know?" she asked softly. He smiled, a sad smile, touched with wisdom. "Because I once carried the same burden. and it nearly cost me everything." She breathed out, releasing a weight she didn't realize she'd been holding. He continued, "Start with the stones. Your life will feel lighter, even if nothing else around you changes." Maya walked out of the classroom with Jamal beside her. But something inside her had shifted, and Jamal felt it too. They walked differently now, lighter, more awake, clearer, because they finally understood. Every morning, life hands you an empty jar, and you choose what fills it. Will you fill it with meaning or with noise? Will you choose the stones first, or let the sand bury everything that truly matters? Your jar will always fill. The real question is, with what? If this story touched your heart, take a moment to support the channel. Hit like, hit subscribe, and join the Motivation Momentum family. Your journey matters.